Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my first ever tutorial video and I'm gonna show you guys how to crochet this sapling ducky. This is the first video, so pardon my mistakes. Here are the materials you'll need. I chose this shade of yarn for the body, and this is a cotton yarn. I imported it from China, and the thickness of the yarn is 3 millimeters. And I choose a 3mm hook for that. Here is how I determine the size of the hook. It's pretty similar to the yarn. Choosing the right size of hook is important for it to hold its shape. And I chose this green color for the leaves and these two colors for eyes and mouth. You also need scissors. I like these thread cutting scissors and a needle, wool needle to be exact. And I also use these cottons for stuffing. And yeah, let's go. To start off, we will make a magic circle and put 6 single crochets in it. This is how I like to make a magic circle, but if you want, you can follow any other tutorials. Here's me demonstrating how to do it. You just take 2 fingers and wrap the yarn around it like that. And you take the hook and make a slip knot. Hope the demonstration helps you better understand, because I don't know how to explain this. But you take this strand over the other strand and make a slip knot. And just like that, you get the circle. And now we're gonna make single crochets. Here's the first single crochet. I hope you guys know how to make a single crochet, but if you don't, you take a loop. Then there's 2 loops and you pull up another loop. Here's me repeating it for 6 times for this round. After finishing that round, you understand the magic count that you actually made 6 single crochets. Make sure you did. And then you take this side of the thread and pull it to gather the ring up. And here you have your magic. Isn't that so cool? I know. Now you make a slip knot in the first single crochet you did. Make sure it's like this, and it sort of looks like a braid. And you put the hook in and you make a slip knot like that. You're done with the first round. Congratulations. But we have so many other rounds. Now we increase. Now take your hook, insert it in the same loop, okay? I'm gonna show you again how to make the single crochet. You pull up a loop, there's 2 loops, and then you pull up another loop. And then you make a single crochet in the same loop again. That's how you increase. And you do that for every single loop, and then you'll have 12 single crochets in this round. So now make 2 single crochets in every single loop. This is the second round for you, and I hope you're doing fine. If you're an absolute beginner, make the basic stitches a lot of times. Just make simple squares and practice the stitches and you'll get perfect at this. Now you make the slip stitch. Make sure the thread is tight so that it's seamless, or else there will be a bump. You're done with second round. Congratulations again. Now for the third round, you make 1 single crochet in 1 loop and 2 single crochets in the second loop, and you repeat it for the whole round. It's simple, right? For this round, at the end of the round, you will have 18 stitches. It's important to count stitches when you're a beginner so that you keep on track, okay? So don't make mistakes. If you do, just unravel it and do it again. here's me showing you again. 1 single crochet, and for the next loop you do 2 single crochets in 1 loop. Here's me doing 1 single crochet in 1 loop, and then for the next loop I'm doing 2 single crochets in 1 loop. You can easily tell where to put the 2 single crochets because you already did the 2 single crochets in the previous round. That's where you put the next round's 2 single crochets too. Okay, so it's easy to tell when you keep repeating it and you get better at it. So don't stop practicing, okay? Don't give up. Keep repeating the same thing, and when you're at the end of the round, make a slip stitch again. If you want, you can also use a stitch marker, but you can tell pretty easily where to put the slip knot. We are now done with the 3rd round, and for the 4th round we just do single crochets in every single loop, no increases. That's the 4th round, and you will have 18 stitches, same as the 3rd round because there has been no increases. I'll just speed up this part and I'll see you after we're done. And of course we do a slip knot at last. Make sure it is tight so it's seamless. We're done with the 4th round, and after this we increase after every 2 single crochets. We do 2 single crochets for the first 2 loops, and then for the next one we increase. And by increase, I hope you guys already know what I mean. You just put 2 single crochets in 1 loop, okay? 2 single crochets in 1 loop, and you repeat it for the whole round. For the 5th round you do 2 single crochets in 2 loops, and then for the next one you do 2 single crochets in 1 loop. For this round you will have 24 stitches at the end of this round. A mistake to avoid is not to put a single crochet on the slip stitch, okay? That's a slip stitch, not a single crochet, so don't do that mistake. I used to make that when I was a beginner. So here's a pro tip. After you're done, make a slip stitch, and here's the 6th round. And for the 6th round you just make single crochets in every single round. So let's speed up. Another tip is, as this is an amigurumi, you don't have to flip it, okay? Just pull it. You don't have to twist the crochet hook or it will make a V shape. To make an X shape, you just pull through like this, okay? Just observe a little bit, or else you'll end up with a V shape and it won't look similar. Now after 6 rounds, I'm just counting, and now comes the hard part, okay? Now for the 7th round, make 4 single crochets in 4 loops. Now comes a very crucial part, so please observe, okay? For the 5th loop, you have to make the wings. So here's how you make the wings. You have to make a half double crochet, but only do it halfway through, okay? So there's 3 loops in the half double crochet. You just pull up 2 loops and keep it like that. And then you make another half double crochet, and you have like 4 loops, and you pull through only 2. Now you have 3 loops. You repeat it again. You almost do a half double crochet, but you only pull through 2. Now you have 4. You do a half double crochet, but only pull through 2. Okay, just observe the video because I don't know how else to explain this. And at the end of it, you will have 6 loops in your crochet hook. Now you're gonna pull through all of them and make a very tight slip knot, okay? And puff it up, and here's your wing. Now I like to do this, but you can just put a slip knot in the next loop, but I like to go through the last double crochet and also put it with the slip stitch. Now you just single crochet till there's just 6 loops left, okay? For that, you put 11 single crochets for the next few loops, no increases. For the next loop, you make another wing. So the same way as you did before, you almost do a half double crochet, but you only do it halfway through. And at the end of the loop round, you will have 6 loops in your crochet hook. And you pull through all of them at once and make a slip stitch. After making the wing, you kind of poof it up. It looks so cute. And to end the round, you make 4 single crochets. And this is the end of 7th round. Congratulations, you've done the hard part. And you make the slip stitch at the last. Now for the 8th round, you make 1 single crochet in every single loop. And you will have 24 stitches. Make sure you have 24 stitches or else you won't be able to decrease. You will do 1 single crochet in every single round for 3 rounds. For the 8th, 9th, and the 10th round, you make 24 stitches in every single round and there are no increases. So pace through me and let's finish till 10th round. See you then. Make sure to do a slip stitch at each end of the round or else it won't be perfect. Now we are at the 11th round. Congratulations. In this round we decrease. For 2 loops at first you do single crochet and you skip the 3rd loop and go to the 4th one. That's how you decrease. You just skip a stitch and make a very tight single crochet in the 4th one. And you repeat it through the entire round. 2 single crochets in first 2 loops, just like this. And then you skip the 3rd one and go to the next one and make a very tight single crochet. Or else it will be bumpy, okay? Make sure it's tight. Make sure you pull the string a little hard so that it's not bumpy. Okay, we're gonna repeat this for the round, and make sure to follow through, and hope you survive till now. Okay, we have a long way to go. Okay, keep up. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but every single round, when you're decreasing or increasing, there will be a decrease or increase for every single round's last stitch, okay? And that's how you count it without counting it, and that's how you know you're on the correct path. Now for the end of the round, you make a slip stitch. Now we do the stuffing, or else it won't hold its shape, okay? So make sure you stuff it the right way. I use polyester from a pillowcase. You could also buy it from somewhere, but you could also use scrap yarns. I usually use my scrap yarns, which I cannot use at all with these stuffings, just to make sure I don't waste any materials, okay? I stuff it very violently, okay? And for the next round, I decrease again, okay? For this round, you make a single crochet for the first round, and then for the next round, you decrease, okay? Single crochet for first loop, and then decrease for the second loop. Hope you understand now what decrease is. You just skip one stitch and go to the next one to make a single crochet. Let me repeat again. Make sure the stitch is tight enough, or else it will be bumpy. Okay, these are pro tips for intermediate crocheters. Okay, hope it helps. At the end of it, you just slip stitch, and I stuff again because I want to make sure it's fluffy and chunky, okay? I stuff it very violently. For the next round, you just do decreases, okay? You skip every stitch and make single crochet in the next one, okay? Skip every stitch and then do a single crochet in the next one. Skip a loop, make single crochet in the next one, okay? I hope you understand already what decreasing means. I don't know how else to say you, but yeah, you can now understand where the mark is, where you made the slip stitches. You can still tell even after you make like a very tight slip stitches, and yeah, you already made the body. At last you make the slip stitch and just pull through, okay? If you want more comprehend basics, I'll try to make those, but you can also search it up on YouTube. There are some amazing tutorials. And now you just sew it. I like to put the yarn like this. It's much easier. This is also another tip, okay? And now I don't like to go through just the part I ended with. I like to mix it up with the rest of the body, so I stitch it like this, okay? Now here we're done with the cute body. You could keep it like this. It already looks like a chicken, but I'm gonna give it a little more touch, and we're going to give it a leaf. So I take this color and 2mm hook to give it a more tighter finish so that it stands strong. So where the slip stitches are, I put my hook through that part and I pull through my green yarn like this. You could make it separately and sew it on, but I like to do it like this so it's faster and hassle free. I make 7 chains and then I start making the leaves. For the first one, you do a single crochet, and for the next chain, you do 2 half double crochets in 1 loop. I hope you can understand by the video, but I'll also explain it. So you just do 2 half double crochets in 1 loop for the second loop, and then for the third loop, you just make a slip stitch. And that's how you make a small little leaf. And for the side leaf, you make 4 single crochets and you repeat the same thing. You make another leaf on the other side. You don't put the first single crochet on the same loop. You put the single crochet in the second one. So make sure you recognize which chain to put it in. So for the first loop you make 1 single crochet, and for the second one you make 2 half double crochets in 1 chain, and then for the last loop you just make a slip stitch. After you make the last slip stitch, make sure to pull the thread a long way because you'll have to do more stitching with it, and now you cut the thread. Now you sew it like this and make more loops in the chains so that it just stands up without any wires. You could also feed a wire through if you wanted to stand up more or rotate it, but it's just more easier and hassle free. That's why I just do this. After that, you just pull through the thread inside so that it's more centered. And you push through the other threads inside. You could also cut them off, but I like to make less waste. So yeah, make sure you're mindful about that, okay? Now it's turn for the eyes. I just use black thread. You could also use beads or any other safety eyes, but I think it looks better this way. So this is how you do it. You put the needle behind the back, and this is how I'm marking it. This is the round I'm choosing to put the eyes, and I'm just marking the eyes where it might be. So yeah, putting through the back, pulling it through, and making sure there's a little tail behind so that I can tie a knot at the end of the round. And I twisted 3 times to make the eyes so that it's a little big, okay? If you loop it for 1 time, it's very small. It's almost invisible, okay, when you pull it through. So I'm twisted 3 times and tighten it like this. Pull through the other part where the second eye will be, and I repeat the same thing. Hope it's more demonstrative through the video because I don't know how else to explain it. I'm sorry, it's my first video, but I hope I'll get better at it. So yeah, that's how you make the eyes, and hope it's helping you. At the end of it, you just pull through the same way where you put it through so that you can tie the knot at the tail of it. Here's how I tie a knot and cut it and pull through the rest of the thread inside the plushie. I don't know. It looks so cute already. But yeah, now we're gonna put the toes, tippy toes, and the lips, okay? Pull through the orange thread like this and align it with the eyes like this, and just I hope it's more demonstrative through the video because I don't know how else to explain it. You just pull through the next part like this, and each thread represents like each side of the lip. It's not really lip, it's more of a beak. So yeah, and then I go to the feet, and yeah, it kind of looks like a beak. I don't know how else to explain it. And just the feet are just 3 lines, okay? That's it. You could also do like 1 line however you want. The feet aren't even that necessary, but yeah. And for the orange thread, I also like to pull it through, okay? And yeah, you're done with the ducky, sapling ducky, okay? I also like to put a little bit of blush, not too harsh. I choose like an orangish color from eyeshadow palette. You could also use like colors. I put a little blush in because it looks so cute that way. You could also put the blush with pink threads or orange threads. I don't know, it's up to you for the rest of it. But yeah, I think it's a cute addition, and I hope this helped. A lot of people told me this is like a chick more than a duck, but I already named it on my store. So yeah, this is so cute. This is a montage. I hope this video helped you. A lot of you wanted to get a tutorial, and this is the easiest tutorial I could find, and it's already hard. I don't know how I'm gonna explain the rest of it. I thought it would be a beginner friendly one, but it's not really. But yeah, good luck with your crochet journey, and I'll see you next time. Bye.